Okay, this video, guys, we're gonna go over how to scale in. Okay, once you guys join, the group chat, and I post some trades that I'm taking, you'll always see me post trades in there on the 5 minute, and those will be my scale in trades. So we're just gonna go over a quick example and how you can get into some of these scale in trades, and this is more for when you've gotten good at your original 1 hour entry. Okay, once you guys have gotten really good at drawing the right zones, getting the right entries on the 1 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, okay, and you want to take things to the next level. Okay, you already know you have a good trade where you're gonna make 3%, you want to make 4.5% or 5%, right? Let's look at this example on USD Japan. Okay, let's look at this example on UJ. So we're obviously in a really strong downtrend, very strong downtrend. Okay, you gotta take in some of these zones and shorts here. Obviously this could have been a zone, we never really came back up there, but if you go down to the 15 minute, when you refine it, this actually is a zone, because yes, this is the first supply zone you would draw out. But let's say you came to the charts and it was like you were right here, okay? You would be so far away from your zone, you wouldn't be able to take this trade for a couple of days. So what you would do is you would go to the 15-minute time frame. In the start, I don't even want you guys to do this. This example is just to show you how to get scale-ins. But there is a zone here, okay? When you see a strong downtrend like this on the 15-minute, you can draw the zone out and monitor it. That's why it's drawn the way it is. All right. Price came up into it. We made a 30-minute candle. We didn't break the low of that 30-minute candle, so we wouldn't enter here. Okay, we wouldn't enter. Price pushed up into it. Price, broke the low of all of these candles. So then you wait for the next candle to break the low of this, which it did. So your first trade would be like down here. Okay, this would be like your first trade. Stops right above this wick, right above it. You can be as really tight because it rarely will come back up there, okay? And this could be like, your 1 to 4, your 1 to 3, whatever. You're going to let this run. But let's say, you've gone into profit. You've gone break even. Maybe you've even taken some partials. And you want to get into the scale-in process. Some of the things that you see me do, when I do these challenges and things, I don't know. I don't think I would be able to pass a challenge without scaling in. It'd be really difficult. I mean, it wouldn't be that difficult, but it would take some time. So when you've got a good trade, you're in the right direction, you're in profit, you're possibly gone break even, and you have a little bit more risk available for the day, for the taking, you can do this. Okay, you can go to your 5-minute time frame, because you already know the direction the market's moving in. You're already in this trade from all the way up in here. So what you do, and this is for the selling situation. I'm really showing you guys the selling situation. Wow, tongue twist. Because I'm just going to be very transparent. For some reason, this strategy just works better with selling. For me, I don't know. Maybe some of the students are going to be doing better with this buying part of it. I'd really like to, learn from you guys. But I don't know why it just works visually for me very well with the selling. So the direction of the market very strong to the downside. Your zone was here correct, because look at you. You're already in a bunch of profit. You have a very good idea that price is going to keep moving down. Okay, now you're looking for some very nice scale-ins. So how do I draw my scale-in zones? Okay, it's very simple. I will go to the 5-minute and I'll do the same thing that we do on the hourly, same thing that we do on the 15, the 30. You look for a leg that breaks structure, except now you're looking for one on the 5-minute instead of the hourly. Okay, look at this. I would draw one here. Okay. I would draw one here, and then we have 2-3 pause candles, and then we have a big break leg, okay, which breaks this structure to the left hand side. Okay, this is still structure. Structure on any time frame. Okay, this is still structure. This is still a lower high that was made, right? Sorry, lower low. And we crushed it. We broke it. So, now it's like, now the confusion is, do I take this candle or do I take this candle for my zone? Always take the one above. Always take the one above. Especially for your scale-ins. If it gets up there and you get the trade, great. If you don't, you miss, you miss one trade, whatever. You're still in profits over here. So draw the one above. And then be very, watch it very carefully, right? And so this is what I call the bear flag. Okay, this is what I call the bear flag. You're going to learn about this in the extra confluences. There's the pole, and this is the flag, this little area. So this type of pattern takes place all the time when we're in a strong sell zone. We'll, do this. And then down again, okay? So we're already in this trade, but we're just looking for another opportunity somewhere up in here. Somewhere up in here. And this pause is considered a supply area because look at the leg that I created that broke all the structure. So was this area. So was this area. But when price is moving away into your profit, away from your zone, it's gonna move away with some power. So you're gonna get better and better and better at this eventually. But for the start, of course, for the course, I still have to show it to you guys. But I want you guys to come back to this later. You just draw the zone that you think is correct. Here, I feel like this was the leg that broke structure. So I would draw a zone here. And I would potentially draw one up here. These would be like my two main zones. If price comes back up here, it would be a better trade. But if price comes here and I'll show you how to enter. You can enter, no problem. Draw the zone on the 5 minute to be safe. Okay, to be safe, draw the zone on the 5 minute. Can you enter on the 5 minute? Yes, you can. I do it all the time. Okay, wait for the rejection candle, wait for a bearish candle to print, wait for the next candle to break it, or wait for 2-3 candles. But draw the zone on your 5 minute and come to your 15 minute just to get a bit more safe, some safe entries. Okay. So this is the zone that we drew out on the 5 minute. It was right here. So on the 15 minute, you can't even tell what it is. Wait for a 15 minute candle to print like this or in some kind of bearish direction with some kind of rejection, and wait for the next candle to break the 15 because the 15 has better probabilities than the 5 minute. Your entry would be here. And these ones, I want you guys to keep the tights nice and stop. Okay, if you get taken out, you get taken out. Use lower risk, 0.25, 0.5. Stops can be just like right there. And then it's up to you where where you're gonna go with this. Sometimes you can get a nice 1 to 5, 1 to 4, and with you don't even need that much, man. You don't even need that much. Like this much that's enough. Okay, that's like a 1 to 5 on a 0.5. That's $2,500 on a 100K count. Plus, you have your original position running here, which is going to be like another 4%. So, finding a good trade like this, one good trade, one main trade, and then one good scale in, that's like 6%, 5%, 7%, really can push you into your challenge into very deep profits. Very, very deep profits. Okay. And we've talked about the money candle as well. So this is an example of the money candle right here, where the candle broke the top and the bottom of the previous candle. So this would have been a really good entry right here. For the second, so this was the first scale in we talked about. There's another scale in here on the 5 minute. So on the 5 minute, you're gonna get lots and lots and lots of opportunities to enter over and over again. Once you know your main trade is going in the correct direction, you drew the right zone, we're in the trend, it just gets so easy to keep banging these out. Okay, this was your first entry on the 5 minute. We paused again right here with 2-3 bullish candles. You draw that zone. Okay, very easy. Come on. You get in on the break of this, or you wait for the 15 minute like I just showed you guys. It would have been somewhere here. And then whatever you want to do down there. One pause is sometimes enough. In a strong trend, one candle, I wouldn't suggest you do this in the start, but eventually you'll get good at it. One pause candle, and it's enough to get these trades in again. Okay, and then you keep going until you get taken out. Here's a pause, I'm going in again. Okay, now I got stopped out. Now the market's kind of moving up. We're still in a downtrend. So look how many trades come up, man. If I just keep drawing these out, you can go crazy on the 5 minute. Look, this was the last few pauses. Okay, you got taken out right here, right? You got taken out. You wait for it to come back here. You get in another trade. Get in on another trade right here. Okay, maybe you didn't get a 1 to 3, but okay, it would have been a break-even trade. That's fine. No problem. This is where we are now. So that's kind of how the scale-in process works, okay? It's when we have a good trend, moving down. Okay, it's a nice trend moving down. We have our zones. Okay, and here, sometimes you can't really get the zone from the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour zone. But did price come back up there? No, it didn't. So in a strong trend, we're going to try to move into our lower time frames and see, can we find something on the lower time frame to get our secondary zone? It would be somewhere here on the 15 minute. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me just fix that. It would be up here. So this would be our zone number 1. We wait for it to come here, but if it doesn't, we start stalling, we can try to get the entry and take it from here. When we are already in this process of going down and you already have your, you're already in your trade, you're in your proper 1% trade, the one that you're waiting for it to hit, like a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, whatever. But you want to continue killing it on the way. That's when I just showed you guys, drop down. First, to get some safer trades, you could do it on the 15 minute. It's a little bit more unclear on the 15. But if you have this trade going on, we're moving down. I just showed you guys, drop to the 5 minute, and just start drawing out in the downtrend phase. The bullish. This is a zone for me. Okay, that's a zone for me. This is a zone for me. This is on the 15 minute. But look, we have no entries on the 15 minute. But if you start going and doing this on the 5 minute, you're going to start seeing some entries. We just saw them right now. Just pick the 5 minute area that breaks structure. That breaks structure. Pick it on the 5 minute. And then you guys will learn about the bear flag in the extra confluences area. Once you get used to drawing that out, which is basically just this, it's like a pole, and then we'll zigzag our way up to a supply zone, and then we'll break it again. So this is just a quick video on scale-ins. You're not really going to need to even pay attention to this video until you've done the course, you've done back testing, you've done some forward testing. I want you guys to come back to this video at a later date when you're like a bit more ready. And by that time, I'm going to do some more live examples of scale-ins. I'm going to be posting more scale-ins in the group. We'll probably be discussing this on one of the live calls that we do. But because the course I have to finish, I have to give you a completed a completed version of the course. This has to be entered for the people that already know how to trade the strategy. They want to learn some of this stuff, so I wanted to have it included. But we are going to continue to add into this section of scale in entries, because that's what makes this strategy a lot more powerful. Is instead of where you're going to get 2-3%, you get 6-7%. That's the real killer. So this was just just the part 1 of the scale in section. Don't really need to pay too much attention to it. Don't worry about it if you don't understand it right now. We're gonna tackle that problem later. Just focus on your supply, demand, and 1 hour entries, and that's it. Okay, that's it.